film intensive workshop was an idea of Rachel, Yoon's, and myself. I think we both realized the need for our composers to have experience in a real world setting. So we were able to enlist Craig Richey as a composer in residence, who's a phenomenal composer, and then we were able to secure 6 directors with 6 short student films, put them together with our composers, and we screened all of the programs for everybody. And then we started on Monday morning with going through each individual movie with the directors and the composers and going through the spotting session and then pretty much taking them through what it takes to score a film. And we did it in a short period of time. Each of the students probably had about 4 days to compose, and most of them did between, I think, 3 and 5 minutes worth of music, which was really good. I saw our composers grow exponentially, and the same with the directors, where I believe that they took this experience and learned from this experience what they're supposed to be doing with their composers in the future. It was really a great success for everybody.
It's been a really fun process. We've had, a week. I got the film just a little before so I could have a little time to sit with it. For this one, I wanted to throw some ideas at the camera to bring to my director, so that way when we started, it was like we had something to go off. We hit the ground running. And it's been a great process with him going back and forth about what's been working, what's not, why it's working, sort of, and really getting in there, moving stuff around. The process has been very exciting for us to work on, and I'm really happy with the product.
My process has been here at the Film Intensive is basically, I'm coming to the composer, to looking for him to add his element to the film, the scoring element of it, that's going to help carry the theme and the tones and even the information of the film through to the audience. For the most part, working with the composer, I'm going to give him the same requests that I give all the other departments, and I'm asking them to translate emotional terms that I'm speaking into whatever their skill set is. The strange thing about working with the composer as opposed to the other elements as a director on set is the film has already been shot, so now I'm coming to him and I'm asking the same things of him as I ask of the DP and everybody else on set, and that is, can you make this scene a little lighter or a little moodier? Can you give it some more weight? And it's up to him to interpret that through music.
I've never seen a program like this. This was really unique. When Craig came to me, I wasn't sure what to expect. It's been really interesting seeing, actually I've learned stuff. It's a kind of a two-way street. I see how some of these filmmakers are communicating with the composers, and I think, that's interesting, But it's been great to kind of guide or help the director interpret what he's hearing from the composer, because sometimes they'll be confused too. So I think the program's unique. I've never seen anything like it, so, and it's really needed. The first time I made a film and I met with my composer and we did a spotting session, I didn't know what the hell that was. I was like, what are we doing? And I couldn't speak to them. I was so nervous, and so having a program like this is incredibly helpful.
I've learned so much from having a director with me in the room doing this, because one of the things that I think it's important for composers to really understand how to look at film. And so Matt sees things that are happening, in the picture well before I see them. And he's teaching the composers to be looking for that too, because composers really have to think as if they're filmmakers. And the more they do that, the better relationship they're gonna have with their directors, because they're both part of that process of storytelling. And it's not, composer's job isn't just to write music. It's to really understand the film and to be able to think more like from a director's perspective. So if we just had musicians helping these guys, they'd really be getting half of the story. Even with as many films as I've scored, or Tom Villano, our music editor, has worked on, they'd still be missing this really important piece. It's a lot of trial and error in the process. A composer has to just take that risk and go, what do you think of this? And then very often that thing that you first share with the director is your conversation piece. It's like, well, this part's really cool, or, I really like what that instrument's doing, or no, this is, so far off. But that's information. Any feedback you get on anything moves you a step closer to finding the right end. This is a little drop in the bucket, you know, and of course they've got a school program here, but the relationship part of getting in a room and forging that relationship with the director is the thing that they don't really get in a music program in school. I'm not sure if they get it anywhere. I think it's special programs or a summer program like this where they really can get that.